All right, what's up guys? So today I'm going to be showing you how to install a new motor into your version 3 Airsoft gearbox. I have my LCT G04 right here. I've done plenty of videos upgrading this guy in the past, so check out my page and check out my other content for that. Installing a motor, specifically a high torque motor into your gearbox, is probably one of the easiest upgrades you could do. And I'm not the most technical of techs, but installing a high torque motor into your gearbox is essentially going to give you a greater trigger response and a little bit of a higher ROF. So let's get into it. It's a rather simple procedure. You're going to want to take off the pistol grip first. There's going to be a screw on the bottom of all AKs. I happen to have a Phillips head here. Some of you will have a flat head. Just get the appropriate tool for that. We're going to unscrew this guy. All right, move that over to the side. And you can see in here you have the motor inside the motor cage. Here's the main gearbox up here. You have the two wires. I put a little piece of electrical tape around these wires just to kind of hold them in place because sometimes they come off. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. And currently I have an E&L high torque motor in here, and it ran very well for me. But I was having some problems with it. As you can see, it's pretty worn. I've had it for about a year now. So I'm starting to get some bad readings from my MOSFET from it, so I decided to get a new one, and just went with LCT since this is an LCT gun. So now that we have the pistol grip off, we're going to want to remove the positive and negative wires gently, and just kind of get those off to the side. And we're going to need to get the motor cage detached from the gearbox. Two screws right here. Yours might be Allen screws right here, but I again have two Phillips screws, so we're going to go ahead and remove these. And then we could detach the motor with the motor cage, and then further get into where the motor is. Again guys, this is a rather simple process and probably the easiest upgrade you could do to just give your AEG a little bit more power and better performance on the field. Okay, so now we can remove that. A little dirty. So we can see the motor is inside the motor cage. It's clamped together, and there's going to be two screws in the bottom here. For this, I have two Allen screws. Again, yours might be a Phillips head for these. We're just going to take these bad boys out. And then we can finally get to the motor. I like to unscrew one screw, maybe like 3/4 of the way, and then work on the second one, so it's not, the tension isn't on just one side of whatever it is I'm unscrewing. It's a good little rule of thumb. Get these fuckers out of here. Okay, so there is a spring. Let's see if we can see this. There is a spring right inside there that's kind of giving pressure to the motor up against the cage. So when you open it from the top here, you're gonna kind of want to do it slow. See how it's clasped together right there? Kind of want to kind of like push down and open that fucker up top. And you could see that there is a metal disc up top. That is a protection plate. When you tighten the screw here to adjust the motor height, you're not actually pushing into the motor itself, damaging it. So we're gonna slowly just kind of open this guy up. Make sure to keep an eye on that metal plate, and there's the spring right there. So here's the metal plate. We have the gearbox shell, and then here's the motor with the spring, just like that. So again, as you can see, this guy is pretty worn. It's pretty scraped up. It still works, but I was getting some error codes from my MOSFET from it. So I just decided, hey, what the hell? Let me just spend the 40-50 bucks and just grab a new motor. So let's take this bad boy out of the package. Again, as you can see, this is LCT original product, but this is a high torque motor that they have. So we're just going to basically do the reverse, which is rather simple. We are going to, on one side, with the clamp facing down, you're going to want to get the spring pushed right down into there, if you can kind of see that. And then you can see the spring pushes against this guy, and the plate will go up top right in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that plate right in there. Oh, looks like my spring popped out. It might take you a few tries, guys. Just gotta play with it a little bit. Put the plate back in there. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna take the bottom clamp, and you're gonna want to line it up with the two clamps right there, these little lips, but also make sure you're catching the spring on this side. Let's see, there we go, should be lined up, and boom, clamped in together. We're gonna put the two screws back in, screw back into the gearbox, should be good to go. I will be having another video coming out pretty soon here, guys, installing a new type bore barrel into this gun, my LCT, aka G04. I already have a type bore barrel in there, but it's a 6.03 type bore barrel, and I'm going to be putting in a 6.01. So looking for a little bit of increased accuracy, perhaps a little bit of range, but mostly just looking for better accuracy. So okay, we're gonna put this guy back on. Gonna line up the bottom lip, or the back lip, at the end right here. Goes in nice and easy. Put the screws back in. Once these are in, we will plug in the motor. And I'm gonna plug in the battery and give a little bit of a test run. Just make sure that everything is sounding the way that it's supposed to be sounding. Now, if any reason it sounds too squeaky, or you know, feels too tight in some way, or something sounds like it's grinding, that means you're gonna wanna adjust your motor height on the bottom here. And I believe all gearboxes, if not all version 3 gearboxes, you're gonna use a small Allen key on the bottom of that to adjust the motor height. And then when adjusting motor height, do it slowly and just do like slight turns. You don't need to be like cranking the adjustment very hard, because you don't want to raise it too high or pull it down too low to where the gears are scraping or they're just mushing together and it's too much friction. It's way too tight. Let's see. All right, so I kind of like this LCT. The tabs on the motor are kind of thicker, so as I push down the wire clamps, it has a really snug fit, and I'm enjoying that. So perhaps I won't need to put any more electrical tape on here to make sure they hold. LCT just seems to do everything the right way, don't they? Always impressed with these guys. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go grab a battery. We're gonna test this guy out really quick, and that's about it, guys. Okay, we're going to plug in this bad boy. And all right, there's my MOSFET. Let's see how this sounds. Let's go to the semi. That's beautiful. I feel no warmth, as you should. Sometimes you might feel a little bit, but yeah, room temperature. That's awesome. All right, let's do some full auto and see how that works. Amazing ROF, and again, motor is not getting hot. So this is definitely an endorsement, clearly, for LCT motors. If you happen to have any other brand gun that is a version 3 gearbox, which is going to be your AKs, your G36s, and MP5s. If you need a new motor for any of those type of guns that you have, perhaps check out LCT motors. Certainly they're high torque motors. This is feeling awesome. I can't wait to run this guy in the field. Absolute unit. All right, that's going to be it for this one, guys. You know the deal. Please like this video, subscribe, shout out in the comments if you want to say what's up. All that stuff helps the algorithm expose my content to more people. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm going to be having another video coming out where I'm going to be installing a new Type Bore barrel into here. And so I'll be showing you how to take apart an Airsoft AK, specifically, again, LCT. And then further into the future, I'm going to have a few more reviews coming out, plenty of gameplay, some more loadout videos, and then I'm going to be going to Lions Claw this year over at Victorville in California. So stay tuned for that. I'll have another 3 or 4 videos popping out from that event. But that's it for now, guys. Till next time.